The whip flashes left and right, its crack tearing through the air.
いくわよコールウィッププリッツ
With just 2 or 3 flicks of Liliana's wrist, the whip forces Angela to dance out of the way.
これ好きの
Unlike the bullets from before, the whip moves left and right. However, it isn't quite the same as the bullets. Angela tries to slash through it with her lance, but
残念ご愁傷様竜の一本釣り一丁上がり
Angela is dragged along with the whip. Wow! She tries to peel off the whip coiled around her right arm, but it mercilessly tosses her through the air. Round and round. And round and round. She's being spun through the air.
ルンルン式メリーゴーラウンドさあいっけー
Slowly, the whip loses its grip. As the laws of physics demand, Angela flies into a pillar.
この程度で
In midair, she regained her balance and landed on the pillar by her hands and feet. She immediately takes in the battlefield, seeking out Liliana for a counterattack.
消えたトゥインクルフォーチュンコールカノンブリッツ
The voice comes from Angela's blind spot, about 10 meters to the right-hand side. Sorry. Angela flew through the air, landed in the pillar, and scanned the battlefield, all in a very short time. And yet...
機械奏者 C ディバイド
It was more than enough time for Liliana to create a shell of water. She was firing bullets before, but this is a different order of magnitude. This is a cannon. Angela launches herself off the pillar, but Liliana has even that under control. She adjusts the angle of her projectile to match. The projectile hits Angela from behind. She drops to the ground.
ゆい
いかんかわせアンジェラ
コールカノンブリッツリロード
Another shell forms in front of her.
機械奏者 C ディバイド二度も同じ技を食らうか
Angela jumps up with the force of a rocket. Liliana is so taken aback that she's rooted to the spot for a moment.
エクレーン
やれやれハラハラさせおって
Of all Angela's techniques, this one is the fastest. Liliana isn't even able to evade it, or so Glenn thinks. Indeed, Liliana does not avoid it, but that does not mean she can't move.
もうこれでチェックメイ何
She simply didn't need to move. Hmm?
なんてねいい網でしょブラックウィドワーズっていうの
The tip of the lance now reached Liliana, It stopped a few centimeters from its mark. Angela cannot advance another millimeter. Her body and her lance are trapped in what can only be described as a huge cobweb. The web that halted Angela's charge was made at about the same time the first shell hit her. Of course, Liliana never expected she could finish off the Dragon Princess that easily. And she knew Angela would act if she tried hitting her with the same move. And Angela must have realized where Liliana was by the direction of the shell. And if she knew that...
残念残念。少しだけ距離が足りなかったわね。
Liliana gives a playful push at the tip of the lance that is pointing right at her. At the same time, the web that Angela barreled into springs back to its initial position. Angela is fired from the web like an arrow from a bow. The ground can be a dangerous weapon if it hits you hard.
しまった、見誤っていたか。わしもアンジェラも。無知を形作った時気づくべきだった。レンスタンザのプリンセスが持つ武器がただの水鉄砲などであるはずがないということに。あれは水を発射するだけの単純な武器ではない。あの武器は水を己の支配下に置くことこそがその本質なのだ。ってやかましいわ
The treasure of Renstanza, the Aquamerald. Wow. It's a gem that possesses the serenity of the ocean. That was supposedly made by the god of the sea himself. She who wields this gem has a complete mastery over water and is able to freely manipulate the waves. A bullet made of water? A whip made of water? A net made of water? A water becomes her servant. According to the old teachings of Rinstanza, water is the origin of all living things. Without water, nothing can survive. And therefore, she who controls water is the strongest of all.
いかんな。あのリリアーナ姫、完全に場を支配している。あれはアンジェラと同じく視線をかいくぐってきた者の強さ。
Angela faced death many times during her trials for the title of Dragon Knight. Liliana also has risked her life in many battles. Beware, Dragon Princess! The Princess of the Storm who you awakened is a battle-hardened warrior. Her blade of water can pierce the heart of a dragon.
Call! Ice cream blitz!
A bullet of water nails Angela's shield to the floor. Her ankle immediately turns white. The bullet has frozen.
今度こそもらったわよ。トゥインクルフォーチュンコールカノンブリッツ七回奏者 CDY
二度も食らわぬと言った。
The frozen shackle around Angela's leg evaporates.
竜の姫を中心に超高熱反応、温度の上昇速度、速すぎる。
Crow steps back so she won't get caught in what's to come. Soon, the whole stage is shimmering in the blazing heat. Yes, it may be true that water is the source of all living things. But fire is also a part of nature. It is that which destroys all that is alive. The whip materializes, then wraps around the distant pillar. Liliana's gut tells her she has to get away without delay.
遅い、エクレール。
Whoa! But before the whip can carry Liliana to safety, Angela's lance scores a direct hit on her dress. She survived. That's a stroke of luck. Whether it was because of her dexterity or because of her sheer luck, the lance didn't hit her heart. It went through her side. Liliana does not waste time rejoicing in her own safety. She immediately focuses on how to take down her opponent. She casts a whip and aims her gun at Angela. At this range, she cannot miss.
甘い、まだ終わらぬ。
With a creak of mowing muscle, Angela moves her right arm. Suddenly, Liliana feels a chill on her back. She's had this happen before on the battlefield. This is a premonition of certain death.
アリマージュ。
With that single word, Angela ignites. She accelerates as if driven by an explosion. With Liliana still on the tip of her lance, Angela dives at the floor.
What? どうなった？いややかましい！わしにもまだわからんわい！
手こずらせてくれる。だが面白い。こうでなくては意味がない。
アンジェラ姫、ドレスに 18% の損傷確認。戦闘続行可能と推測。リリアーナ姫は。
どうしたリリアーナ。立ち上がれぬとは言わせぬ。もとより貴様がこの程度で。
The whip cracks by Angela's hair as if to tell her to shut up. Shut up. And a cloud of dust, a figure rises to her feet.
リリアーナ姫、ドレスに損傷確認。戦闘続行可能。だが、アンジェラ姫に比較して、ダメージの蓄積率は 13% オーバー。こいつ強い。クラーケン相手だってこんなにダメージ受けたことないっての。
Her face contorts. She can't help it. She can't stop herself from laughing.
この私の技を食らって策通りに動いてくれて、それでもなお反撃してくるとはね。ああ、もうまったく
Her body's trembling, but this is not with fear. This is excitement. This is joy. The pain is joy, the fighting spirit emanating at her is like a perfume on a sea breeze. This is fun! It is fun, fun, fun! And also magnificent! Such splendor! She hit her opponent with all she had, and yet she stood to back up. Her foe was like a heavy storm at the sea. There is a deep wound in her side, and yet... Liliana Lunlun Gunter laughs!
竜の姫アンジェ
Nailed
ラ
it.
竜騎士アンジェラ・ビクトワール、あんた最低に最悪で最高の相手だわ。
She raises her gun and aims it at Angela. Then she realizes she's in a bit of trouble. Trigger and the Twinkle Fortune has no effect.
って壊れちゃったか。
The blow from before damaged her weapon along with her dress, it seems. In other words, she can't use her bullets or her cannon anymore. On the other side, Angela also realizes Liliana's gun is broken. Then, when she sees the expression on Liliana's face, Angela's face breaks into a grin. Oh boy.
よし、引き金が壊れたか。もう遠距離専用の技は使えまい。
9位。
なぬ？まだ近距離専用の無知は使えるだと？分かってるわい、そんなこと。だが近距離戦ではこちらに分がある。分があるはずだ。
The female should not interest me in case we fuck up.
まだね、まだ先がある。その視線が陶器が物語る。まだ先があると、私を倒す技があると、戦うのが楽しくてしょうがないと。さあ、存分に試すがいい。私はここだ。このワルツの先にあるものを見せてみろ。嵐の姫リリアーナ。
Angela is screaming? As for Liliana,
言われなくとも見せてあげるわよ。まずは
she holds her gun up overhead. Through a crack in the dolphin-shaped body comes a cold mist.
コールハードレイン。天に命ず地に発す。我が呼びかけに応じ歓喜の声を上げよ。我は海をしもべとする者ぞ。七回限定召喚。
The sky clouds over and rain begins to fall onto the battlefield.
天候変化。戒律庭園内での降雨確認。
Angela holds up her hand to check, then she shrugs.
雨まで呼べるのね。祈祷師として生きるならこれ以上ない特技だわ。
そんなことを言ってられるのも今のうち。本番はこれからだっての。さあ、我がレンスタンツァーの奥義をご覧あれ。コールインフィニティチェイン。
From the muzzle of the gun, water begins to pour, just like before. It stretches and stretches and keeps on stretching. And it's not just from the gun. The raindrops melt together and form endless strings of water.
これは鎖？
The chains are all over the battlefield. There are countless chains that are like a spider's web.
あらよっと
Liliana alley-oops on top of one of the chains. And thus, Liliana, who governs the sea, now also governs the air. She's practically forcing the air to behave like the sea.
封鎖結界はご存知かしら？鎖一本で力自慢の海賊7人を捕獲可能。私たちが賞金首を生かして捕まえたい時に使う最強の武器。
Of course Angela knows that. Everyone in Eldelant knows about that. What the hell? Okay, refreshing since I fixed that. This is the strongest weapon Rinstanza uses in their fight against pirates. The Blockader! Only Liliana knows just how many of them there are in this artificial sea.
さあ、この絶対封鎖結界、打ち破れるかしら？アンジェラ・ビクトワール。
Angela grins like a mad woman.
もちろんだ。打ち破ってみせよう。そして知るがいい。私を縛る鎖は存在せぬと。
Oh! She thrust her lance upwards towards Liliana? No matter how strong a technique it is, no matter how effective, that lance will smash through. Wind blows between the two. Someone swallows. It is unclear whether it is Liliana or Angela. Inside each of their bodies, a cocking piece raises up, ready to fall. Each of them burns the air in her gaze.
ありゅう。
封鎖結界。
マージュ。
戦争形態。
The moment Angela leaps into the air, countless chains bear down on her.
ああ。
いっけー
The chains hit Angela without mercy. From behind, from the front, from above and from below, the chains wrap themselves around her.
まだだ。まだまだまだまだまだ。
But even though she's taking damage, Angela does not slow down. Whenever a chain strikes her dress, pain fires through her body. However, right now, Angela's brain is oblivious to the signals of pain coming from her body. The reason why she's breathing hard isn't because of the pain. Chain after chain attacks her, but she breaks them all as she charges at Liliana.
くんのいい加減止まれっての
The chains that were supposed to be broken join together again and coil around Angela. Around her legs, wrists, her arms, her chest. Her chest, her neck, her lance.
封鎖結界飛竜呪縛形態
Liliana clenches her fist. At the same time, the chains began to expand.
これってどう
Angela is involved in the bluish mass of water.
Masaka! Angela! Angela! うるさい！まだ負けたと決まったわけではない。ティアラがまだ破壊されてはおらん。リリアーナ姫が膝をついておるとは。それよりアンジェラはどうした？
手こずらせてくれたじゃないの。まったくただでさえ天候操作は疲れるってのに、その上封鎖結界まで使ったもんだから、もうくたくた。
Liliana's body trembles as a tidal wave of fatigue assaults her. But she mustn't let it go. Let it get to her. She finally caught the dragon. Almost there, just a little more.
リリアーナ姫、戦闘放棄ですか？
Crow is sweating. One possible cause is the heat Angela created earlier.
違う。ちょっと疲れただけ。戦闘放棄するんならそこで封じられた方でしょ。
Crow shakes her head.
アンジェラ姫は戦闘続行を希望しています。何？あんたテレパシーでも使えるっての？便利だから私もそれにしてそれに喋るのも疲れるんだから。
Crow remains silent. Then, though she is tired, Liliana's thoughts flash her a warning. She's talking to a referee. Referees don't take the side of either princesses. This is natural. There would not be any point to having referees if they did. And one other thing. Because they are referees, they can monitor the status of the fighting princesses. That's why she asked her if she wanted to give up. Crow knew how tired she was. Oh, wait a minute. If that's true, then does she know? No? About what? What was that she taught just now?
ちょっとあいつまさか。
Crow retreats. That action is enough. That alone more than suffices as an answer to your question.
封鎖結界攻撃形態、アンジェラ・ビクトワールのティアラを破壊せよ。
The chains of water began to contract. However...
遅い！
There is an eruption of fire, Liliana feels as if she's been torn apart.